Generation 10 of Pokemon needs to be the best Pokemon game we've gotten since before the Switch. It's no secret that Pokemon fans have been a little disappointed with how the way Game Freak has been making these Pokemon games over these last couple of years. What's good, everybody on YouTube? My name is Jay Budokai, and today we're going to be talking about what I expect to see in Pokemon Generation 10 and what I would love to see in that game. So let's go ahead and talk about Generation 10's gotta be the celebration of Pokemon. So I'm expecting it to have all the Pokemon in the game, right? I mean, all of them probably aren't going to be catchable day one, but all of them should be playable day one. You know, because Pokemon Homes and other thing like that, where you can bring your Pokemon into the game. This is the biggest generation, the 30th anniversary of the game. This has to be the time where you do it, you know, where you go all in on these Pokemon on release. I feel like it's going to this capitalization on this will matter so much. And the Pokemon are the most important part of the game. So let's just make sure they're all there for this one. Now, the Pokemon Company and Game Freak, I guess, more like seems like to be making an effort to move the competitive format over to Champions. Not only bringing up the competitive format for this brief moment because, you know, when it comes to updating Pokemon, adding new moves and adjusting how they work, that can be really a bit worrisome when it comes to competitive having to be played on the same game. But with Champions ended up taking over that, hopefully it turns out to be great. And it goes over to Generation 10, just letting it be a standalone thing. I think that opens up the avenue for Game Freak to do so many more things and so much more with the mainline games. All right, so let's get into some of the things I want to see in this generation of Pokemon. First, let's get into these starters. Now, I don't have anything in particular I want to see from them. I just don't want to see any of them have a duo fighting type. I mean, we've seen that enough. We've seen fighting grass. We've seen fighting fire like 4 or 5 times. Like, I think we're good on fighting with the starters. You know, I love fighting, one of my favorite types, but you know, I need more stuff like Fuecoco's last evolution with the fire ghost. That shit was fire. That was cool. Like, I really enjoyed that. And I didn't even play that game, you know, and I was like, that looks cool. I might get the game just to use that Pokemon. And the game was kind of end. I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. So regardless, I just think it was really cool. We need more of that. We need more of that for these starters. Make them really unique this time. Next, we're going to get into the Mons and the overall region and the overworld of Pokemon for this generation. So what I kind of want to see this time around is, I feel like they shouldn't add like a crazy amount of Pokemon for this generation. They still need to add new ones. Of course, they need to add new ones. But, you know, we already have over 1,000 Pokemon, and I'm already asking them to put them all into the game. I'm not going to ask for them to make another like 300 new Pokemon. That's just unrealistic. So they can put in however many like they feel like, as long as there are other Pokemon in there. I don't care if they put 10 new generation Pokemon there and they all could be legendaries. Like, you know, we know we're going to get at least new legendaries, but I'm just saying they need to add a bunch of Pokemon as long as all the old ones are in there, because, you know, they're moving over all the way to the Switch too. So I don't know how much of that process really is. I'm gonna give them a little bit of lax on that. But I heard the region is supposed to be made up of a bunch of little islands. You know, I think it's supposed to be island hopping or something is the kind of the rumor or the speculation that's been going around right now. So I've been thinking, if that's going to be the case, and if this isn't the case, then this whole is just thrown away. Everything's just thrown away right here. But if this is the case, I heard the region could be a bunch of little islands, and each island can be inspired by a region, right? So we can find the regional forms of the Mons that are from that island. So it would be like, this island is inspired by the Kanto region. You go there, you find like a Generation 10 regional Pidgey, you know? And then boom, let me go over this island. It's inspired by Johto, you know? And you go over there, you see freaking, I don't know, Gen 2 starter, but a regional form of that. Ooh, that's so sick, blah, blah, blah. You know? So I really think that'd be cool to do that for each island. Or, you know, they could do it to where the islands are 2 different generations together sharing an island, if they don't have like, if they don't want to do like a bunch of different islands and do too much crazy water, you know, pouring all over again. But, you know, I think they could do that to be like 1 in 5 share an island, and then 2 in 7 share an island, and then maybe they could be Pokemon inspired by both of those generations, be the Generation 10 Pokemon that can be found on the island. Like a new Pokemon could be like, oh, this is kind of like a Pokemon that could have been seen in both of these regions. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be something that could be really cool. Could be like a jump down memory lane and letting you get a glimpse of every generation of Pokemon before this one while playing in this generation of Pokemon, you know? Like, if you grew up and you missed a mainline game, like I missed all the 3DS Pokemon games. Like, my 3DS broke. I was going to high school. I didn't play them, so I just never played any of them. Now I wish I kind of played them, you know. 3DS is still broken. I still have a broken 3DS. Yes, I'm gonna get it fixed. But regardless, I feel like it'd be really cool to go through and see the generation, be like, dang, this is what Generation 6 was like, and 7. I never got to play them. I can kind of feel them though. Another thing we can talk about real quick. I haven't gone back. I haven't played Black and White 2, right? I haven't played Black and White 2. You want to know why I haven't played Black and White 2? Because Black and White 2 costs a fucking arm and a leg to buy that game, bro. To buy that game. Why are these games so expensive? Why are these games so expensive? Game Freak, Pokemon Company, please, bro. Please put these games on the Switch 2, Switch 1. Please let us get them officially somewhere. Oh my God, bro. Why is this so difficult? Y'all will get so much money if y'all just remake these games. Not remake them. Not even remake them. Excuse me. If y'all would just grab the games and just, I'm gonna put this game we already made on here so you can play it. That's all we need. That's all we need. Please. Thank you. But back to Generation 10. So I had a really cool idea for the villain team for Generation 10, and it kind of still goes with my theme of mashing up all the regions, right? So the villain team could be a bunch of the old villain groups under like a new name or something, and like I'd say like some of the like kind of like little lower leaders got together and put all their brains together, like, you know what, I'm sick of being at the bottom. Let's all together make a table where we all respect each other and we're the leaders of this new group. And they do something like that. I don't know. But the grunts, like, you know, they don't give a fuck about the grunts because of course they're like, oh, we don't want to be treated bad, but they treat the other guys bad. They don't even give them new costumes. They don't even give them new uniforms. So guess what? The grunts still have on their uniforms from the generation of the villain and the game that they were in. Like, would that not be fire? I feel like that'd be really cool. We see rocket grunts chilling with each other. And you got over there plasma grunts, galactic grunts. You got, okay, only the grunts that would make sense. Like the evil people in like Generation 8 and 9, right? They don't kind of make sense to be part of that group. Like Team Yell, isn't that the one where it's just some girls fan group? Or like that don't really make sense. Like maybe you could throw some people in there, like they're actual bad people. And then like the other team in Generation 9, I don't even know what they're called because I actually haven't played Generation 9 or 7 or freaking, like I was saying earlier, like I don't remember what they're called. If they make sense to be in it, they're in there, you know? But I feel like that would be cool. I really feel like it'd be a fun way to show the old ones. And then there's still like a new one for Generation 10 because the major leaders that we have to fight are going to have the new uniforms because of course they made ones for themselves. Now I want to talk about the gym leaders. Now, listen up. I think the gym leaders should not go by type because if we're going to keep going region, they could do it like, okay, if all fire type, only just regions, fire types, you know, that's cool and all, but why don't it just be only that region, right? So if it's one region, it could be region 1, only Kanto Pokemon. But like say sometimes it's region 7 and 8 in a region because they don't want to have too many islands. So 7 and 8 in a region. It's a double battle. One guy has Gen 7 Pokemon and one guy has Gen 8 Pokemon. Bam, that'd be super sick, right? I think that'd be super cool to do it that way because then it would be like, oh, I'm on the Kanto region. I'm a gym leader that my grandfather's from Kanto and I visited him a lot. And these were the Pokemon that I grew up with during the summer when I went to visit him, and they came back home with me, and now I'm a gym leader of my hometown, you know, the Generation 1 inspired town. And I just feel like it'd be really cool for that to be what they got. Or they could have like, this could be the squad. It could be a Rattata, a Pidgey, and a Butterfree. Bam, Gen 1, that's the first gym leader because you got the weak Route 4 Pokemon, you got the Viridian 4s, Butterfree's the ace because you can get a final evolution really early on at a low level. Bam, that's like the gimmick of Butterfree, right? Perfect for Generation 1's first gym leader for the first gym leader in Generation 1, Generation 10. What? You get what I'm saying. Now on to the next. Now that we get the gym leaders, then they can be like based off the region and that they're in. We can get onto the Elite 4. Now for the Elite 4, we're gonna keep the formula the same. Yep, we're gonna have them just have they're all the same type of whatever type they happen to be. But they're only going to have Generation 10 Pokemon on their team because we still want to show up Generation 10, you know? We don't want to just be like, oh, this is all about all the old generations only, you know? Nostalgia. We know they love to nostalgia bait. But if they have it to where at the right idea where it matters the most, the Elite 4, boom, they got only Generation 10 Pokemon. Oh yeah, the Elite 4, they really showing what Generation 10 really has, you know? And I really think that'd be cool. But when we get to the champion Dun, dun, dun. Turn it off. Turn it off. Because the champion is a champion, bro. They stand on a different level to the Elite Four. They're the champion. And this champion has the chance to be the champion of champions. The culmination of all the champions that Pokemon has ever have all into this one singular champion. It could have like all the aces from all the other champions. It can have, boom, a Gen 1 starter because of blue. Boom, it could have a Dragonite. Boom, it could have a Metagross. Boom, it could have a Garchomp. Boom, it could have a whoever the hell Gen 5 had. It could have a legendary because technically you fight in, right? It could have boom, she could have they could have a legendary. A Mewtwo, they could have a Mewtwo, like something crazy like that. Just one of the best champions we've ever seen could be this champion, because that this guy has been like shown that he can master all generation, because he is the champion of the region that is all the regions coalesced together, and then you supersede him because you're like the prodigy of the regions, of all the regions, because it's sprinkled in more and even more, because as time goes on it just gets more and more, and it gets more like regions in there. It's just like a hub spot, I guess. It's like a melting pot. It's like America, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of people all melted together to make one. But something like that, where I feel like it'd be really cool to where it could just make, you know, make this whole generation thing one huge game. Everything is one, everything is together, and I just feel like it'd be really cool to do that. All right, so let's talk post game. What should the celebration of Pokemon games post game be? All right, so this sounds crazy, but let us go back to Hoenn. Yes, I know this sounds crazy. We're already island hopping, going from water to water. Why not just make it to where this makes more sense? You know, this makes sense. We're already doing this. This is already part of the gameplay. Hoenn is going to be the exact same gameplay, you know? So it's cohesive. And I've been yearning. I've been wanting them to go back to a region in the post game so bad. Have they done it? And did they do it in the 3DS games? Did they do it? Because I know in DS, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, when they backported Gen 1 and the Gen 4 from Kanto, gas. I mean, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Why didn't we keep doing that? That would have been so cool. You get 16 badges and fight the Elite Four and champion again. Like, that is a post game. That's a post game. I don't know. I just think that's such a peak post game. I do not like. I like the Battle Frontier and stuff, but it's not as cool as going to another region and fighting more gym leaders again. To me, it's not, because it's just like an upgraded part of this regular gameplay that I already love so much. But I just feel like it'd be really cool for them to do that. And maybe they won't add water because, you know, more water, 7 out of 10. Hoenn just, you know, gets that, you know. But in all seriousness, it really would fit. And, you know, after you beat all the gyms in the Hoenn region, you get access to Battle Frontier. Y'all thought because I said I like it, I wasn't going to say it should be added. Nah, we getting the best of both worlds. Look, I'm saying this is supposed to be the culmination of all Pokemon games, right? They've been making this game for years. This game should be crazy. This game should be godlike, you know? Okay, let me not. I did say, you know what? I didn't say. I said I was going to chill on them from adding new Pokemon. Shut up, computer. Now, what I'm saying is we go to the Battle Frontier, and guess who we get to fight at the Battle Frontier? Every Pokemon gym leader. Every single gym leader. Oh my God. Fire. Then we can fight all the Elite Four members, every Elite Four member, every rival, and every protagonist. Like, whoo, tell me that wouldn't be sick. Like, going through a mode where you can be like, all right, rock types only. Oh, I gotta fight all the rock type gym leaders. Okay, maybe that's too specific, but you could just get to a regular fighting game mode and it could just give us gym leaders back to back. You know, that'd be fire. Now let's talk about what this game's gimmick could be this year. And honestly, I have no idea. I really have no idea. I don't know where to be getting these gimmicks from. Terastallation, I would have not guessed, to be honest with you. You know, Mega Evolutions and Dynamax, that's not too crazy. But Terastallization, or whatever the fuck it is, I think that's cool. That's cool. I like that. But people keep saying it could be Fusion, which I think it's crazy. I don't even know if that's going to be a thing. I do not think that's going to work. I don't think they're going to do something like that. But it does fit how I think this perfect game could be. So, yes, let's add Fusion. Let's add Fusion, you know? So, I think it could open up all the crazy nice stuff about having all the generations merged together. Fusion would just be the cherry on top of the true merge of all the generations and the culmination of everything Pokemon's done, everything Game Freak has made. Generation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all the way to 10. And then on top of that, if they rework that and they make the open world aspects of Scarlet and Violet really come to fruition and really make them great, we could be seeing the greatest Pokemon game of all time. But hey, that's just what I think. That's really what I think. I'm just yapping about Pokemon up here because I like to yap. Y'all should know that by now. All 386 of y'all. Yes, I know exactly how much I got, unless I've gotten one more. It might be 87. Yeah, that's just how I feel. You know, let me know what you guys feel and what you guys want to see about Generation 10. And did you like my ideas? And, you know, did you think I was crazy or did you think I was spitting? Sorry if you heard my mic arm squeaking. I need a new one. It keeps dropping my mic now, so that's how that's going. But, you know, go ahead, drop a subscribe and a like down below. You know, get that subscription, get that ticket. I was here before he blew up. And, you know, that's going to be it for me. So, yeah. Post-editing, Jay Budokai here. Yes, this background footage is a sneak peek into a video that's coming out next week. So enjoy that, or I hope you enjoyed that. You could probably guess what that is. But yeah, I didn't know what to make the background, so I just started recording the video immediately when I finished this video because I needed something for the background.